What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm going to talk about the cruelty, the suffering, and how painful and how fucked up this world, this reality, this human experience really is. This is fucking a realm, this 3D realm, because animals, they get tortured and how they die off by other animals is fucking horrible. So the reason why I'm inspired to make this video, because like I've been observing my life and other people's lives. This is life in general, and it's not like it doesn't take a rocket science to pinpoint the amount of suffering and cruelty and world corruption that goes along in this fucking realm. Um, when people get mad, when people do crime, when people like do crime, they do like mass shootings. When they get pissed off, I want to say mass shootings. That's kind of extreme, but I get where they're coming from. It's not the people's fault. Is well, yeah, but like it's like because it's the nature of this reality. It's the nature of this realm. This realm is very like hellish. Like the people want to say, oh, you go through suffering or like, oh, you go through pain in order for you to like grow and evolve spiritually. Well, I kind of agree, but at the same time, I feel like there has to be a limit between where people gain success, fulfillment, and happiness versus people suffering all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Every single human being, when they experience something great, it always falls down. Always falls down. Nothing's never fucking stable. And it makes sense because the nature of life is death and rebirth. The average human being dies when like 70 or 50 and 80. And that could be a good thing because then you got to deal with this realm no more. Because this realm, there's the fact that we're like pedophiles just rule this world and there's real corruption. Just the fact that every single fucking human being that makes YouTube videos or just anyone in general, but it's been out there that every single human being, they always go through something traumatic. They always experience certain things or multiple things or events that scar them. You know, this is why every single human being's on a healing journey. Even with these spiritualists, you always see spiritualists talking about what the shit they've experienced in their life path, their twin flame experiences, and it all involves in suffering. It all involves in like them like not healing or them coming from a fucked up background of a fucked up family. And then you got worse. And then you got third world countries, people, then we got food, water, shelter. The human body, the nervous system, the human body in itself, it needs food, water, and shelter. They can't survive with food, water, and shelter. The average person cannot live without food, water, and shelter. So just the fact that you have like third world countries and poverty, even in America, you have like homeless people, they gotta get food stamps. It's fucked up, man. It's very fucked up. Like I don't get it. Like I really don't get it. Cause like I'm like, man, like why the fuck would I reincarnate here in this timeline? You know, it's not me being a downer, but the older I'm getting, like I know my worth, I know who the fuck I am. But I see patterns in life. But like the order I'm getting is like, what the fuck is going on? Like, seriously, what the fuck's actually going on? I get it. I've heard so many theories. I've booked so many personal tarot readings. They'll tell me that, oh, like, it's just a test from God, or like, it's here to test our faith, or like, the human being needs to experience suffering in order for them to grow and evolve. Or some people call this hell. This is why there's so much suffering, which makes sense. Like, animals are getting tortured, the human beings getting tortured. It's no different. You got pedophiles who rule this world. Everything's no different. You know what I'm saying? There's always breakups. There's always traumatic shit. Like people don't. And here's the thing too. There's a huge disconnect between human beings and God and the creative source energy. Why do I say this? Because all this shit we do is out of codependency. All this shit we do is because we don't feel unloved. You see all these twin flame videos, these relationship videos, they all talk about like the main part of it is basically codependency, trauma bonding. That's like every fucking relationship, narcissistic relationship and the victim. It's always, this is why you have so much narcissistic people with mental health issues because of the fucking system we're living in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everyone is traumatized. Everyone is not healed. And it's not like a one-time thing. It's been like this. Don't get me wrong, the human being does experience some type of blissfulness, some type of blessings, or some type of happiness. But without a doubt, we could all agree that the average human being, they experience more suffering compared to them experiencing happiness. And I feel like that's a fucking problem. So why is it that, because I do question it, man. You don't have to be Bible believing. I do believe there's a creator. I do believe there's a God. I do believe there's a universe. But at one point, this God or the universe, they keep allowing human suffering to continue to fucking happen. And people may say, oh, you shouldn't worry about other people or you should only worry about yourself. That is true, but at the same time, at one point, you have to use a common sense. You have to observe sometimes, because if this world is in this realm is ruled by the collective, then technically you're part of it. This is why people call it the collective karma, collective programming, collective enslavement, collective ignorance, the spiritual awakening, a collective awakening. So technically, you do have to observe. You have to know what the fuck is going on based on a collective scale. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucking stupid, dude. Like, I'm getting, like, this shit's getting annoying. It's like, for real, like, this shit's really starting to piss me off, because it's like, why is it that every human being, and myself included, like, we always experience some type of suffering. We always experience some type of, like, just disappointments and just misery. You know what I'm saying? This is why a lot of people, they fall into drugs, they fall into fucking alcohol, they fall into, like, bad habits that fuck up their lives, or even slowly fuck up their lives. And everyone, they're just so hopeless. They feel so helpless. You know, so what the fuck is going on with this realm? Like, for real, like, is it God's fault? Like, why the fuck is God allowing this bullshit to happen? I'm so sick of this shit, man. It's fucking stupid. And, like, this is this fucking realm, man. No wonder why, like, Chauncey One and, like, other spiritualists, like, we always talk shit about this realm, because we hate this shit. Everything's evil. Everything's corrupted. Everything is fucking low. Everything's just so fucking, like, depressing. You know what I'm saying? These jobs, these 9-to-5 jobs, they keep people enslaved. A lot of people, they experience a lot of loss, a lot of, like, just fucking horrible ass shit, man. And what's worse, that we have worse shit. So not only, like, people, most people in America, they probably experience a lot of emotional trauma and distress. People in third world countries, they experience goddamn fucking shelter and, like, the basic human needs. They experience all that type of suffering. They got no housing. There's a lot of homelessness, no food, water, shelter, a lot of wars and battles. It's fucked up, man. So it's like, what the fuck is going on with this realm? Like, is this realm really hell? Which we, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what the fuck? So what the fuck's the point of reincarnating here? Because no matter how many times you heal, no matter how many times you overcome shit, and I understand part of the human experience is to learn a lot of bullshit, which is fine, but at one point where you heal, you overcome, and then you experience more type of suffering, and then what? So what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? This shit started to piss me off, man. Like, for real. Like, this shit, like, it's stupid, dude. Because, like, I just feel so alone, where, like, I understand there's like-minded people like me, but at the same time, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, there needs to be some type of divine intervention from God, source, or the universe. I understand God is using human beings to kind of wake up, to spiritually ascend, so we could change this shit. This is why a lot of people are experiencing more and more spiritual connections. This is why time is speeding up. This is why the days are going by a lot faster. This is why a lot of people are having a shift in consciousness, which is good, but it's happening at a slow rate. But at the same time, the fact that this shit happens in this fucking time, and it wasn't happening back then, what the fuck is going on, dude? There's nothing but wars and battles, enslavement. There's nothing but real corruption, ruled by pedophiles, child trafficking, and, like, you know what I'm saying? And then why the fuck is time speeding up? Why is the days going by a lot faster just now? Why are the days and time speeding up in this timeline? Why couldn't it be speeding up back then? It's supposedly time is speeding up, because I've heard so many theories. People are saying that the reason why time is speeding up is because more and more people are becoming more awake. But how I feel is, like, we don't have free will. Like, God, he controls everything. The universe, life, they control everything. So why the fuck would, like, the universe even, like, allow human beings to decide to have a bullshit ass spiritual awakening, and they decide to speed up time in this fucking realm based on their rules and regulations? Why now all of a sudden why is it happening so fucking slow? Is it divine timing? Where the fuck that bullshit means? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stupid. It's fucking dumb. And, like, I believe that every human being, they all deserve a divine counterpart, or at least multiple, you know, connections that they're attracted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, male, female, why are people single? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's fucked up, because, like, I watched a video, and he made a great point. He mentioned that, like, because as human beings, we experience touch starved. If you're not around romantic partners or like-minded people or connections, you're going to experience touch starved. You're going to experience, what's the word? I forgot the word, man. But it's like where you're not talking to people, and you're like socially malnourished. It's like you're socially deprived. And not only that, but you can actually also be sexually deprived as well, and touch starved. Those are real things. I've experienced those things multiple times. And a lot of other people are also experiencing those things. So why is it that God or the universe or the rules and regulations of this life is able to create a lot of men and women, male, female, but they can't even, but most people are fucking single? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on, dude? like, and people want to say, oh, is it smartphones or is it technology that's separating people from based on what happened back in 2020 and shit like that? But it's like, no, it's always been like that. This is why, like, why is it that we have human beings committing suicides, being depressed, having mental illnesses? Obviously, it's because of the society and this realm and the foods and all the poisonous foods and chemicals. But just the fact that these pedophiles, these Masonic bloodlines are able to get away with that shit. Why would God even allow them to get away with that shit? You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck is actually going on? Because we don't remember our past lives. We don't remember what caused all this shit. So what the fuck is actually going on? You know, like, I really be thinking that shit. It's just fucking weird, dude. It's like the older I'm getting, the more pathetic this fucking life is, dude. It's fucking stupid. But, like, you can use that to your advantage, though, because the more spiritually aware you are, the more, like, you're not going to settle. Me, no matter where I go, no matter what spirit forcefully puts me through, I'm not going to fucking settle. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep changing my path. If I'm satisfied. If I'm not satisfied, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't care how long it's going to take. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Whether it be people, career situations, a house, buildings, an environment, area I'm at, I don't care what the fuck it is. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get out of here, or I'm gonna take steps to get out of that situation. Because I refuse to settle. I refuse to let life fucking just, because, you know what I'm saying, life, like, the shit we're experiencing, it needs fucking answers. But I wouldn't be surprised there's no answers. My theory is the nature of this realm, this nature of this human experience is for you to experience a lot of bullshit, a lot of, like, setbacks, not in a good way, too, in a bad way. A lot of, like, restrictions. That's what I'm looking for. A lot of restrictions. That's why we have soul contracts, and, like, everyone's born into abusive families, and there's a lot of broken homes going on. And then God or the universe or the life is allowing spiritual warfare to happen. A lot of people becoming narcissistic. So what the fuck is actually going on, dude? Like, for real. Like, what the fuck? So not only you got, like, pedophiles and Masonic bloodlines who rule this world, but then, like, you got God or the universe. They allow demonic entities to possess motherfuckers who are vibrating low, and it fucks them up even more. You know? Like, just like with these generational curses, these dysfunctional family households, you know, what the fuck, dude? Like, this is stupid. And then you got time speed up, you got the days going by a lot faster, but that's not going to do anything because it's not counteracting with the system we're living in. The system's not going to collapse. Nothing's going on. There's no real change in here, but except time speeding up. All time speed up is doing is making people more stressed out of the system. Even if it does change, even if it does collapse the system, it's going to happen at such a slow rate. But even then, it's not going to benefit everyone because it's like we're still stagnant pretty much. This is stupid, dude. Like, fuck. But yeah, man, but I just felt like, because, like, part of the human experience, what's going to help, because we have such a huge disconnect with the creator and source energy, we just love energy. This is why like I said, a lot of people fall into bad habits, drugs, alcohol, or some type of external thing. It could be narcissism, it could be, like, selfishness, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be drugs. But it's like, why can't, like, because as human beings, we need, part of the human experience is connection, love, affection, and sexuality. So, like, and not only that, but just physical touch, mentally, spiritually, emotionally connection, right? So how come God always orchestrates situations for people to be single, or for them to be, like, hopeless romantics, or for them not to attract like-minded friends or like-minded romantic partners that are a good fit for them, even though God has the power to do that? But my theory is that the reason why God doesn't want to do that is because God wants to forcefully, against their free will, to have souls and human beings to experience a lot of suffering based on their upbringing. Then as they get older, then they attract either, like, a romantic partner that they have deep feelings for, and then these two either break up or it ends harshly, or they have to go their separate ways, where it involves cheating, where it involves a third party situation. So just so for the sole purpose for these people can learn how to love themselves. And that's a fucking pattern, which is, I get the lesson where, like, but what I have a problem with is that, like, what's the point of, like, experiencing all that shit if we know what the fuck is going on? Like, do something different. Is that all I could come up with? Like, but everything always involves in chaos, destruction, and suffering. Why does God do shit like that? It's fucking stupid. Because you see all these, like, twin flame stories and these soulmate connections, and even with regular relationships, like, everyone's upbringing, like, the main purpose of relationships for them to find themselves and to love themselves so they can learn lessons and they could fulfill their true purpose. kind of like a butterfly, where like you're in a cocoon, and then bam, you're a fucking butterfly. It's just shit where you're tapped into your higher self, you're tapped into your full potential, and bam, you live life. Which I get, that's what God is trying to do. But at the same time, it's like, it's just stupid, because it's like, what the fuck's the point? Like, why are you gonna do all that shit? This is dumb. It's not doing anything. It's not, man. It's just annoying how like every single human being, or even like me experiencing this shit, where like God will forcefully make you experience abuse, being like just fucking tormented, and then you gotta get out of that situation and learn how to love yourself. And then once you attract multiple partners and connections, it never ends well. It ends so horribly, or like you're obsessed with that person, or either like you're attracting partners who aren't good for you, and then it ends into more heartbreak, and now you're forced to love yourself even more, and then God will add some more bullshit to your life. So it's like, it's just stupid. It's not in a way to where you're evolving and getting better. No, it's more so in a way where like it keeps you busy, and it keeps you stagnant, and keeps you in a painful state of going through trauma, healing, leveling up, and a repeat cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like, it's stupid. But yeah, man, but it just sucks. Like, when people who are single, people who are like, who aren't able to attract like a life partner or like soulmate, that shit sucks, man. That shit's not easy. That shit's painful as fuck. Because we've experienced being touch starved. We've experienced, like, is no human being deserves to experience being touch starved, deserves to be single. You know, so how come God doesn't let a lot of people just have their life partners, or like or like people they're attracted to? Why can't everyone experience that shit? But God doesn't do that, man. It's just stupid. Because there are certain people who experience blockages, karma, and lessons they need to learn. You know, it's just fucked up, man. It's just stupid. It's fucked up. It's just retarded. It's just, man, this realm is such a huge mess, dude. I'm tired of this shit, man. It's a fucking shit show. Fuck, man. Like, this shit pissed me off so much. Man, damn, dude. It's like I'm living in a fucking, like, loser-ass fucking world. Or in a realm, dude. Like, I'm too classy for this shit. Fuck, dude. This is fucking stupid, man. And now you see why a lot of people are so angry. They're so bitter. They're in so much distress. It's because of the nature of this fucking system we're living in, and the nature of this realm, dude. It's like, fuck, dude. It's retarded, man. Fuck, dude. Because God, believe, again, you guys don't have to be Bible believing, but this is my own personal beliefs based on my own experiences. God has the power to make you experience certain type of connections that's against your will, good or bad. I've experienced being around narcissistic, abusive family members who are demonically possessed because God wanted me to experience that shit. So it's part of my life path to break generational curses. That's why I was subjected into that bullshit. But I've also experienced connections where it was very spiritual, where like I had no control over it, but God wanted me to experience those spiritual connections. So me experiencing that shit, clearly God has a power whether to you get a life partner, for you to not be single, and to be around like-minded people, to have a loving connection, and to like fucking work or be at an area that you always wanted to be in, such as like a fucking career, or like a certain area, or a fucking like environment you're living in. You know what I'm saying? God has the power to do all that. Obviously, yes, you have to put in the work, but without a doubt, like the spirit, the universe, life, your highest God, they have the power to orchestrate all that shit. Now, probably the reason why God does that shit, so your spirit or your soul could experience these things, good and or bad. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. It's just stupid. That's why I don't take like personally, but this shit gets fucking annoying, especially when it's such a long ass fucking time, man. Like, goddamn. You know? It's just weird, man. It's just weird seeing a lot of people suffer in this world. This shit is just fucking weird, man. But that's all I got to say, man. Personally, me, I use that. I use that perspective as motivation for me to become the greatest version of myself. And who's ever not thinking like me, who's ever not like people, I get the fuck away from them. You know, defend myself if need to be, but like I'm just fed up, and I use that aggression as motivation to get out of my situation, to better my situation, whatever it takes. life is a business to me. Life is not fair. Life is very cruel. It's fucked up. I don't have respect for this life at all. But I do take it serious to the point where like I'm trying to navigate in this world in one fucking piece. You know? Like fuck this shit. But that's all. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to end this in that note, but I use all that aggression, anger, and frustration as motivation to become the best version of myself. And I also use that to help other people so they could get out of that situation, such as treating people with respect, kindness, how I treat people, how I want to be treated. And if I have information I can share on YouTube, then that's what I'm going to do. Help inspire people, help motivate people, treat people how you want to be treated, uplift the world. We're all here with God-given gifts and talents. So use that to the best of your ability to make this world a better place. Do what you got to do. Because all of us are puzzle pieces to one another. But like I said, I use that anger and aggression as motivation to get out of my situation and become the best version of myself. Spiritually, mentally, physically, etc. But that's all I got to say, and have a good one. Peace.